not in our super stole planes. This one gets in and out of places pretty well, but sure, that's it there. There we go. Okay, that was pretty lame. Made the stall horn pretty bad there, didn't I?
TOS system test. Okay. TOS system test. Okay.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of our backcountry tour of Idaho. This stop in a special area on the trip around the world. Right now, we're focusing all of our time and attention on the backcountry. So, what a great place to stop and have some fun. Today, we're going to go on leg 23 from Warren US Forest Service trip, where we're at currently. And we're going to go not too far, 10, 11 miles away. We're going to figure our best route here into Shepp Ranch. Now, before, you can see Warren's a little inland here. We have been doing a lot of stuff up and down the rivers, but now we're going to have to make our way from inland back to, this would be the main fork of the Salmon. So I think the best way, and let's go down here and take a look at, well, let's first look at Shepp Ranch, okay? Let's see what we're getting into here. And there's the Salmon River, so that's the main fork now, and this is Crooked Creek. So let's just take a look at Shepp Ranch, okay? So the strip itself is a really good landmark here. Obviously, this turn here, but you can see this grass and this sort of ranch across the way, so you know you're needing to turn here. And basically, there's some beach and there's some other stuff here, so you gotta not be fooled by that. You want to come around here and look and make sure you catch probably, well, let's just spin around here and just see what it's going to look like as we come around. All right. So I think we'll be coming from this way, kind of, right? So if we're coming in, we're going to want to make sure we come in over this way, and then it's not here, right? So that almost looks like it could be start of a strip, but it's not. We got to kind of overfly this and kind of stay. So we have some trees there, so stay almost close to this far side here and line up, and then looks like we might have a little bit of a dog leg into it. So we've got a bit of room. It's not too short. It looks like we can approach here, but maybe stay out the side and just don't want to get too slow in this turn coming around to line up here. Really don't have a good out there. Bunch of trees at the end, and I don't know if we could, I doubt it in the 170 how well we may have a little bit of room here, but I don't know if we can get out of there. Ooh, let's see. So let's see what we've got, how tight and close are we going to have to be. It's kind of deceiving here. It's really hard to say, but I guess we have a little bit of room, but that's gonna run us out. I don't think we're gonna be able to climb out over that. So yeah, probably not. Gotta get it right the first time. So it looks like So anyway, let's what we're going to do here is we're going to be taking off on 30. So this will be runway 30. That's kind of the downhill, and that's the way you're supposed to come out of Warren if you can. Anyway, and what we'll do is we'll just kind of fly here and follow this. I think we can follow this sort of drainage here, Warren Creek. I think that's going to take us down and sort of empty out down here. Just kind of follow this. It should take us down to the main fork. It will. So if we come in to the main fork and just kind of come around here, right around Indian Creek Bar there, we should be able to then follow the main fork till we see our landmark here and know that we got to turn right into Shepp Ranch. So pretty easy. I think we have a nice easy way to get in there. There's really not much, you have to just kind of pay attention, but I think it'll be very easy to pilotage and dead reckon our way in to Shepp Ranch from Warren. So that's our trip today. Let's go ahead and get in the plane and get underway, and you can see we got some more fun stuff coming on here, all kinds of stuff along the Salmon River. So finishing up here on the South Fork, we're getting into the main fork of the Salmon now. So let's get in and get underway. Stop number 23, which is going to be Shepp Ranch. Well, here we are at Warren. We're getting ready to take a trip over to stop number 23. That'll be Shepp Ranch over on the main fork of the Salmon. So let's go ahead and jump on in. And we'll go ahead and get ourselves warming up here. I'm going to put mixture in and pull it back just a little bit. So we're at a little altitude right now. And let's go ahead and take a look at, well, let's go here. Clear prop. Okay, start it up just sweetly. That's great. We're back into our Cessna 170, you guys, and out of the shop. It is now repaired, so it looks like our GPS is working, so that's kind of nice. So a little bit extra help getting into some of these strips. We were kind of pilotage and dead reckoning, and we can still do that now, but always helps to have a little extra, reference here when you're getting close, things like that. So I love knowing the terrain in advance in case something happened with this, and but this is also nice, kind of gives you distance and things like that. So having both is super good. Go direct to, I'm gonna go ahead and I've got a plug in now. So Shepp Ranch, SHEP will get us there. I don't think that would happen if we were just in the default sim mode. So that a couple of different strips when you pull them down from flightsim.to, if they didn't have an identifier, it will give them an identifier that you can use. Just happen to know that this one is Shepp. So I think there's a few other ones in there that don't probably are not using. They may not have identifiers, at least ICAOs. I'm not sure, but at least this gets you somewhere to find them. It's kind of a custom waypoint, if you will. So let's go ahead and we'll just let's do that one more time. We're going to look real quick and just kind of so you guys can see if you remember our preview from Google Maps. Let's just go take a look. This is the South Fork of the Salmon here. Main fork of the Salmon going over this way. So this is actually on the main fork. And you can see we're going to basically just come around here, come on in, and head into Shepp Ranch. I got to find out a little bit of information about Shepp Ranch too, because let's see, it would be probably, what are we heading right now? We are heading about 160 or so. So 300 is basically the path that we're going to be going up. Actually I should take that back. What's the track? Let's look at this. All right, and see, this is not right at all. This part is still busted. I think that's not the right thing course 90, no. Pay no attention to that, but this is correct here. So there is something still wrong with our... What? Ooh, I did not know we had that. That's pretty sweet. That was maybe fixed. Point information. Flight plan. Okay, so the distance, yeah, there we go. So this part is right. So we do have 351. That's our track. Okay, so I'm thinking that the just a little bit northwest. I think if I remember correctly, Shepp Ranch is kind of going like that. So I'm going to guess it's got like a runway, some kind of north-facing runway, or slightly northeast potentially. So let's call it a 36. It could have a 1, a 2, 3, something like that. I don't have information on it, so we're going to land to the north. That's how we'll announce it. But all right, let's get back here. And or do we want to see that? That is pretty sweet. I like that. I like that. Man. All right, start here for now. Yeah, okay, we're gonna just don't need that right now. It's a nice day. And Warren, number 107, Bravo Romeo, we're taxiing. Back taxiing, we'll be departing runway 30 to the north, Warren. If I remember, this is, we gotta slow ourselves down here and just be a little gentle on the rudders as we turn. Okay. And Warren traffic. Let's take a look outside real quick, make sure we're not. Oh, there we go. It's looking great. Beautiful, clear day. Warren traffic, November 107, Bravo Romeo. Departing runway 30 northbound, Warren traffic. Getting a little bit better, not great still on the 170, haven't flown in a while, but a little bit better over time. Drop the nose now, we're a little slow. I think we can pull our flaps off right about now. Go, and we've got about we got 1,000. We might be a little too aggressive on our climb out there. But we're in traffic over 107 Bravo Romeo. We're climbing through 7,300 northbound, Warren. This is about the direction we need to go, so this is looking good. Alright, here's our look at the Google Maps stream that we have now, and we got the rolling cache within that app enabled, so far so good. It's looking pretty good. Go outside a little bit, kind of see it. Looks maybe a little bit more natural, and I'm not seeing too much stuff popping here. We'll see. I just have enabled it, so it's my first time overflying some of this terrain, so we'll probably see some popping this time periodically, but not too bad right now. So just gonna make our merry way over to Shepp Ranch. Not very far. You saw it was only about 10 miles. And again, I think what I'm gonna do is take a look real quick and just see if I can find out. Shepp Ranch gets 5 stars, you guys. So they have outfitters there, so you must go on horseback things, fishing. I guess if you just want to get away and have a great time in the backcountry, this looks like one of the spots. So I'm not endorsed by anyone or get paid for anything, so I can't personally say, but just looking through some reviews online, it looks like TripAdvisor, they get the full 5 out of 5. So you owe it to yourself to visit Shepp Ranch. Blah, blah, beautiful place, friendly staff, go for it. We had a wonderful time. This looks pretty cool. I'm liking it. So anyway, we're gonna go in there and see what it looks like here. Microsoft Flight Simulator. But now I'm wondering if we fly over this way and see some of the terrain coming in above as we get to it. I wonder if we fly back towards Warren, if all this stuff will be then stored and we won't have any of the, you know, rendering up ahead of us issues we're having right now. It's not an issue, but I mean, it can kind of notice it's some sort of a little of an immersion distraction, right? So I'm going to come down this way, and that is, we're going to head on down towards the main fork of the Salmon. And I'm going to pull up a little bit because we are needing to bleed off some altitude, and I want to get up in the flap range. So pull power out a little bit. We're going to get down to right around 100 there. I'll put 10 degrees of flaps in, and we'll just kind of see if what kind of descent rate we're getting here. And 20 might be necessary, actually. You can kind of see here we're going to pick up. Let's see, what are we doing right now? We're coming down that drainage right there. We go here to 8. Take a look at our moving map a second so you can kind of see we're coming there. So then we're going to need to go left when we get to I think it might be up around here to the left, just in front of us. So yeah, we're getting fairly close right now. Around this, and maybe we could even hop over that little notch over here, a little saddle. That might be the way into Shepp Ranch. I'm thinking Shepp Ranch might be up here, but you know, we may not have enough run up though to get in there. So let's see. Let me see how much room we've got. I think we've got enough room to try this though. So let's go over here. I'm actually going to put in more flaps right now so we can come down a little steeper. And I do have some wind in here today, so it is a little gusty. It's out of the west, but it's nothing too bad. Okay, so we're kind of heading towards Shepp Ranch. Yeah, look how steep this is. Wow, we are gonna need to do some serious. I think we're a little bit further away from Shepp Ranch right now, so that's good. We have a little bit of we don't want to be doing that. So I've got all the flaps in now, just for a minute as we give ourselves a little slowdown. And then so Shepp Ranch would probably be up there. There it is. Okay, so I mean, we don't see it yet, but that little V up there to the right. We go through this little tight narrow area here, and then we should get into, so this is the main fork of the Salmon now. All right. You can kind of see around us, and you can see what's interesting is the dark charred areas that are rendered in. That is really forest fire information. Google Maps does a little bit better job of, or to be a lot better job of the actual, more recent surface stuff than, than being, I think. Now I'm going to pull one of the flaps out, so we're just a little less flaps out, and just kind of, so we're going to get ourselves a little bit lower here. We want to be keeping our speed reasonable. Your only place right now, if we lost an engine or something, is straight into the river, obviously, but there's a little opening up there to the right, so don't want to be too hot and too high. I got to keep that balance between some safety right now and just actually getting it set up correctly for landing at Shepp Ranch. So let's see. Get stuck into one of those box canyons. That's not one to fly up. Don't turn there accidentally thinking you're getting into Shepp Ranch. So this little landmark to the left is really important to note. And that is that green patch. That is, there's actually buildings at a ranch there. And the airstrip is off to our right here, so we're going to be landing over there. And there's a little bit of a beach area first, so let's go this way a little bit. Give ourselves just a little bit better sight picture over those trees, and then you can see the run out up there. So I'm going to keep going this way a little bit. I've got all the flaps in now. Pulling power right now. Don't have a ton of room. It does go over this hill crest, and there's a run out area up there, so we should be okay. But okay, there's a little bit of a run out there for us. So all right. We are in. Really sweet. So glad to be here, Shepp Ranch. I'm now curious about actually going there and staying there. We have a place to stay in Idaho that's on the Payette, but this is the main fork of the Salmon. Would just be a cool getaway, especially for someone, honestly, who has not had an experience in the backcountry of Idaho. I have, but if you have never, it's just beautiful. The rivers are my favorite. They're just beautiful. So but this would even be fun for me. I think this looks great. Any of these places, it's not the places that you've been. The smells out there, there's just something about being out in the backcountry and hearing the sound of the rivers. And you guys, I would highly recommend get out and visit. It's not an easy place to get to, obviously, just Idaho in general. But if you go to Boise or you go to someplace, start off, you can get to these places, leave a little time. It's pretty neat. There's places to fly in, obviously, like this, where it's pretty accessible. So, wow. I sound like a travelogue for this. I'm not. And again, I'm not endorsed. Maybe I should see if someone wants to sponsor this. That'd be great. I would appreciate it. But anyway, here we are at Shepp Ranch, you guys. Late afternoon. You can kind of see across the river there, the ranches and some sunshine. Probably getting ready for some kind of cookout or something, I would imagine, and probably involving some trout or steaks or both. What a great little spot this is. Wow. We're going to take a look outside the plane here. We'll get in the drone mode just a second. So before we bid adieu to this one, which is, I'm just going to call it SHEP. That's the identifier I have in the plugin. We'll look up and see if I can add some more information about it. But Shepp Ranch, main fork of the Salmon River. And let's just kind of take a look. We got to see a pretty good amount when we were in, but let's just hop outside the airplane here. And yeah, let's go here. Let's see if we can't just check this place out. Yeah, this is pretty cool. So I'm gonna go across the river there and actually check that ranch out if you guys don't mind. Gosh, look at the beautiful sandbars and beaches and stuff too. My gosh. This is great. Definitely a good stopping point if you're on your multi-day trips down through the backcountry there. Wow. Very cool. Let's take a look over here a second. Looking off to the west. And that would be up river there to the east, up towards where the South Fork we've been flying on is that way. Oh man. This is a really cool area that I honestly haven't been in too much, at least that I remember. But there's all kinds of great backcountry strips here. So this little compound here looks like they got maybe had some issues with some fire getting close there. So hopefully Shepp Ranch has, been saved or watered, and you're close to Warren, so that's good, right? Forest Service station or outpost there. So adding plenty of water here, which is great. So. Very cool. All right, guys. Well, sure that the Microsoft Flight Sim totally doesn't do it justice, but if you can kind of imagine, this is just a beautiful spot. Wow. Let's get over there and get back to our plane and shut that down. Flaps coming up. Go ahead, shut her down here. Full power. Okay. Well, there we are, guys. Hope you enjoyed that trip. Backcountry destination number 23, Shepp Ranch. Look forward to seeing you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed.